Today we continue in our series of devotions in the book of Jonah. This devotional is entitled, Go to the Great City. Let's now read from Jonah 1, verses 1 to 3. The word of the Lord came to Jonah, son of Amittai. Go to the great city of Nineveh and preach against it, because its wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah ran away from the Lord and headed for Tarshish. He went down to Joppa, where he found a ship bound for that port. After paying the fare, he went aboard and sailed for Tarshish to flee from the Lord. In summary, God saves sinners and so sends us with the gospel to people and places that are wicked. Let me say that again. In summary, God saves sinners and so sends us with the gospel to people and places that are wicked. I can fall into the trap of thinking that those who are good are more worthy of God's love and of my efforts to help them. Like Jonah, I'm sure we all struggle with this and need the Spirit to fill us with God's gracious love for others. Many people, and I know that I've experienced this, want to change their jobs or change their circumstances because of difficult people. However, perhaps you are there because they need your influence and the gospel from you. It was shocking to Jonah that God would send a prophet to Nineveh, capital of the Assyrian Empire. Assyria was renowned for cruelty and wickedness and was a long-standing enemy of Israel. It's common to think that we should only do good for those who we deem as deserving it. It's common to think of religious people as needing to keep their distance from sinners. Like many of us would be, Jonah is confused and angry that God should want him to go to such a wicked place. Jonah is like the Pharisees of Jesus' day, who rejected Jesus because of his work among sinners. Jesus' parable of the prodigal son in Luke 15:11-32 illustrates the self-righteous rejection of sinners by the Pharisees. The Pharisees and other religious leaders are likened to the older brother in Jesus' parable. The older brother is angry that his father, who is God in this story, should welcome back his prodigal and sinful brother. Like Jonah, many of us can fall into the trap of thinking that those who do good are more worthy of God's love and those who do bad are less worthy. This tendency to judge and differentiate between people based on their actions and circumstances and their dress and other attributes is a natural human flaw. And it can be especially easy to slip into this attitude if we have experienced any level of success or respect in life. If we develop in prayer, Bible reading, being generous, time management, being tidy, budgeting, fitness, etc., we can, without great care, become proud and disdainful of others. So in response, are we willing to go and serve, sharing the gospel with difficult people and in difficult places as God directs us? Do we get easily offended or outraged when we feel disrespected? If we do, we will not be able to fulfill God's mission to save sinners. Let's consider the example of Jesus' ministry, which exemplifies the humility Jonah lacks at the beginning of this book. In Matthew 9 to 13, we read, "As Jesus went on from there, he saw a man named Matthew sitting at the tax collector's booth. 'Follow me,' Jesus told him, and Matthew got up and followed him. While Jesus was having dinner at Matthew's house, many tax collectors and sinners came and ate with him and his disciples. When the Pharisees saw this, they asked his disciples, 'Why does your teacher eat with tax collectors and sinners?' On hearing this, Jesus said, 'It's not the healthy who need a doctor, but those who are ill. But go and learn what this means. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. For I have not come to call the righteous, but sinners.'" May we all learn to be like Jesus, who came to seek and save the lost. God bless you.